Hey Taurus, welcome back. I need to share something with you today that honestly made me pause when I started pulling these cards. The energy around your situation right now is intense, and what I am seeing is that someone connected to you is literally going to psychics, looking for readers, trying to figure out how you are doing and what you are feeling. They are desperate to know if you are thinking about them, if you have moved on, and what your current emotional state is. But here is the thing that came through so clearly in this reading. Nothing is giving them the answers they want. Nothing is convincing them. They are stuck in this loop of seeking validation and clarity, but the universe is basically keeping your energy protected from their searching. Let me walk you through what came up, because this is one of those readings where every single card just built on the last one in the most unexpected ways. So I shuffled the deck with your energy in mind, Taurus, and I asked the cards to show me what is really happening behind the scenes with this person who cannot seem to let you go. The first card that came out absolutely set the tone for everything that followed, and I have to say, I was not expecting this particular combination at all. The first card I pulled is the Queen of Cups, and when I saw this, I immediately knew we were dealing with someone who is deeply emotional, highly intuitive, and honestly, someone who is drowning in their feelings right now. The Queen of Cups is all about emotional depth, compassion, and psychic sensitivity. This is someone who feels everything, Taurus. They are the type of person who picks up on energies, who has probably always been a bit intuitive. And right now, they are using that sensitivity to try and connect with your energy from a distance. But here is what is fascinating about this card showing up in this position. The Queen of Cups can also represent someone who is so overwhelmed by their emotions that they cannot think straight. They are making decisions based purely on feeling, not logic. This person is going to psychics because their own intuition is failing them. They cannot read you anymore, Taurus, and that is driving them absolutely crazy. They used to be able to sense what you were feeling, used to know when you were thinking about them, but now there is this wall, this energetic barrier, and they are panicking. The Queen of Cups energy here tells me this person is probably crying a lot, probably journaling about you, probably looking at old photos and trying to feel into whether you still care. But the cards are not giving them clarity because you have shifted your energy. You have done some kind of internal work, whether you realize it or not, that has changed your vibration, and they can feel that something is different, but they cannot pinpoint what. So they are seeking outside help, going to tarot readers, maybe even trying meditation or other spiritual practices to connect with you, but nothing is working the way they want it to. The Queen of Cups also suggests this person has a very romanticized view of your connection. They see you as their emotional match, their soulmate perhaps, and they cannot accept that you might be moving forward without them. They are holding on to this idea of what you two had or could have, and it is consuming them. I am also getting that this person might be dealing with some guilt. The Queen of Cups can carry emotional baggage, and there is something they feel bad about, something they wish they had done differently with you, and now they are desperately trying to make amends energetically before they even approach you physically. They are trying to fix things in the spiritual realm first, hoping that somehow it will translate to real life. What strikes me most about this card is the level of vulnerability it represents. This is not someone playing games or trying to manipulate you from a distance. This is genuine emotional turmoil. They are genuinely lost without your energy in their life, and they are grasping at any method they can find to understand where you are at emotionally. But the universe is protecting you right now, Taurus, keeping your true feelings and energy shielded from their searching, and that is exactly as it should be. The second card that came through is the Sun, and honestly, when I pulled this card, I felt this immediate sense of relief and joy, because this card is all about you, Taurus. While they are over there desperately seeking psychics and trying to figure out what you are feeling, the Sun is showing me that you are actually thriving. You are in your light. You are moving forward with clarity, confidence, and genuine happiness. The Sun is one of the most positive cards in the entire deck, representing success, vitality, joy, and truth. What this tells me is that while this person is stuck in their emotional maze with the Queen of Cups energy, you have found your way out into the sunshine. You are not sitting around wondering about them. You are not losing sleep over this connection. You have done the work, you have processed whatever needed to be processed, and now you are actually enjoying your life. This is probably what they are picking up on energetically and what is confusing them so much. They expected you to be pining for them, waiting for them, still caught up in the drama, but instead, you are radiating this bright, self-assured energy that does not need their validation. The Sun card is also about authenticity and being seen for who you truly are. I am getting that you have recently stepped into a more authentic version of yourself, Taurus. Maybe you stopped pretending to be okay with things that did not serve you. Maybe you stopped dimming your light to make others comfortable. Maybe you just decided to focus on what actually makes you happy rather than what you thought you should want. Whatever the case, you are in alignment right now, and that alignment is visible to everyone around you. People are probably commenting on how good you look, how happy you seem, how different your energy feels. And this person who is going to psychics, they are hearing about this through the grapevine, or they are seeing it on social media, or they are just energetically sensing that you have moved into a completely different vibration, and it is freaking them out. They thought they had more time. They thought you would wait. They thought their eventual return would be met with open arms and relief, but the Sun card is saying that you have realized you do not need them to be happy. You have found that happiness within yourself, and it is radiant. This card is also about children and innocence in some interpretations, which could mean you are reconnecting with a more playful, lighthearted version of yourself. You are not taking everything so seriously anymore. You are allowing yourself to have fun, to be spontaneous, to enjoy the simple pleasures of life without overthinking everything. And that energy is so attractive and so powerful that this person cannot help but be drawn to it, even from a distance. The psychics they are consulting might be telling them that you are doing well, that you are happy, that you are moving on, but they cannot accept it. They keep going to different readers, hoping someone will tell them what they want to hear, that you are secretly still attached, still waiting, still hoping they will come back. But the Sun does not lie, Taurus. Your light is real, your happiness is genuine, and no amount of their seeking is going to change that reality. Now, the third card absolutely surprised me because it is the Five of Cups, and this represents the emotional state this person is genuinely in right now. After seeing the Queen of Cups and understanding their desperate seeking, the Five of Cups confirms that they are absolutely drowning in regret. This card typically shows a figure standing before 3 spilled cups, while 2 cups remain standing behind them. But they are so focused on what they have lost that they cannot even see what they still have. This is exactly what is happening with this person, Taurus. They are completely fixated on losing you, on the connection that slipped through their fingers, on the opportunities they missed. They are replaying conversations in their head, thinking about all the moments they took you for granted, remembering all the times they could have chosen you but did not. The Five of Cups is one of the most painful cards in terms of emotional regret because it represents someone who knows they messed up and cannot undo it. This person is not just casually curious about how you are doing, they are grief-stricken. They are mourning the loss of your connection as if it were a death, and in many ways, to them, it is. The version of you that they knew, the version that was available to them, the version that gave them chance after chance, that version is gone, and they can feel it. This is why they are going to psychics so desperately. They are hoping someone can tell them how to get back what they lost. They are hoping someone can give them a magical solution, a specific thing to say or do that will make everything go back to the way it was. But what they are not understanding is that the Five of Cups is their lesson to learn. They need to look at those 2 remaining cups behind them. They need to take responsibility for their choices. They need to actually do internal work rather than seeking external validation from psychics and tarot readers. I am also getting that this person might be dealing with depression or a heavy emotional state because of this loss. They wake up thinking about you. They go to sleep replaying memories. Everything reminds them of what they had and lost. And the worst part for them is that they are finally understanding your value now, after you are gone, after you have moved on. The Five of Cups can also represent isolation and withdrawal. So this person might have pulled back from other relationships or social situations because they are so consumed with this regret about you. Their friends might be telling them to move on, to let it go, but they cannot. They are stuck in this emotional holding pattern, unable to process the loss in a healthy way. When I see this card in connection with them going to psychics, it makes perfect sense. They are grasping at anything that might give them hope, any sign that reconciliation is possible, any indication that you still care. But here is what the cards are really saying. Their regret is their lesson to carry. This is their karma, their growth opportunity, and you are not responsible for making them feel better about their choices. The fourth card is the Magician, and this one made me sit back because this card is all about manifestation, power, willpower, and having all the tools necessary to create what you want. In this context, I am seeing this as representing both what this person thinks they are doing and what you are actually doing, Taurus. Let me explain. This person believes that by going to psychics, by doing spiritual work, by focusing their intention on you, they are somehow manifesting a reconciliation, or at least getting insight into your energy. The Magician is someone who understands that thought becomes reality, that focused intention can create change, and this person is trying to use these principles to connect with you. They might be doing candle rituals, writing your name down, visualizing you coming back, all that manifestation stuff that is so popular right now. They think they are being the magician, actively creating the outcome they want. But here is the twist. You are actually the magician in this situation. You are the one who has all the tools at your disposal. You are the one who is actively creating your reality right now. You have the wands, the cups, the swords, and the pentacles all laid out in front of you, meaning you have the passion, the emotional fulfillment, the mental clarity, and the material stability to build whatever life you want. You are not waiting for anyone to complete you. You are not hoping someone else will bring you happiness. You are actively constructing your future based on what you want, what serves you, what aligns with your vision. This is incredibly powerful, Taurus, because the Magician represents someone who has moved from passive to active, from victim to creator. You are no longer at the mercy of this person's choices or timeline. You are not sitting around hoping they will finally get their act together. You are building something beautiful for yourself, and whether they are part of that or not is honestly irrelevant to your progress. The Magician also represents communication and the power of words, which makes me think that if and when this person does finally reach out to you, they are going to come with some very carefully crafted message. They are probably going to tell you everything you always wanted to hear, using the right words, the right tone, making all the right promises. But because you are the Magician, you will see right through it. You will recognize the manipulation in the manifestation. You will understand that words without consistent action mean nothing. The Magician is also associated with the planet Mercury, which rules communication and thought. So there might be messages coming soon, texts, emails, maybe even a letter, where this person tries to use their words to create the outcome they want. But you are not the same person anymore, Taurus. You have your own magic now, your own power, and you are not going to be swayed by pretty words without evidence of real change. The fifth card is the Devil. And okay, this is where things get really interesting because the Devil card is all about bondage, addiction, unhealthy attachments, and being trapped in patterns that do not serve us. When I see this card in relation to someone going to psychics obsessively, it tells me that their seeking has actually become an addiction for them. They are not just casually getting one reading and moving on. They are going to multiple psychics, probably spending a lot of money, probably getting conflicting information, and probably becoming even more confused and obsessed in the process. The Devil represents being enslaved to something, and this person has become enslaved to their need to know about you. It is consuming them, controlling them, and ironically, keeping them further away from any real resolution. They are chained to this idea of you, to this connection, to this hope that things can go back to the way they were, and they cannot break free. Every psychic they visit is just another link in the chain. Every tarot reading they get is just another hit of the drug they are addicted to. They are not actually healing or growing or changing. They are just feeding their obsession in different ways. The devil can also represent manipulation and control, and I am getting that this person might be trying to use spiritual means to influence you or the situation. Some people believe that through focused intention or certain rituals, they can bend others to their will, and there might be an element of that here. But here is what you need to understand, Taurus. The Devil card works both ways. While they are bound by their obsession with you, you are not bound to them anymore. You have broken those chains. The devil is their prison, not yours. You have done the work to free yourself from unhealthy patterns, from toxic dynamics, from relationships that drain you rather than fill you up. This card is also about facing our shadow selves and the parts of us that we would rather not acknowledge. This person is probably being confronted with some uncomfortable truths about themselves right now. Maybe they are realizing they were selfish in the relationship. Maybe they are seeing their own patterns of sabotage. Maybe they are understanding that their commitment issues or fear of vulnerability cost them something real. The psychics they are consulting might even be telling them these truths, but they do not want to hear it. They want to be told that you are still attached, that reconciliation is inevitable, that everything will work out without them having to do any real internal work. The devil says that is not how this works. Real change requires facing our demons, not just consulting spiritual advisors about them. I am also seeing that this person might have some vices or unhealthy coping mechanisms they are relying on right now. Maybe they are drinking more, maybe they are engaging in casual relationships that do not fulfill them, maybe they are working obsessively to avoid their feelings. Whatever it is, they are trapped in cycles that keep them from genuine growth, and until they break free from those chains themselves, no amount of psychic readings is going to give them the answers they seek. The sixth card is Page of Cups, and this brought such an interesting energy because the Page of Cups is all about messages, emotional offerings, new beginnings in love, and creative or intuitive expressions. After seeing that they are going to psychics and they are trapped in this devil energy of obsession, the Page of Cups tells me that they are actually going to reach out to you soon, Taurus. This person is going to send you some kind of message, but it is going to be tentative, almost childlike in its approach. The Page of Cups is not the confident knight charging in on a horse. This is someone tiptoeing back into your life, testing the waters, seeing if you will even respond. The message might come through as something innocent at first, maybe a comment on social media, maybe a text asking how you are, maybe reaching out through a mutual friend. But make no mistake, there is emotional weight behind it. The Page of Cups represents someone who is emotionally vulnerable and sincere in their feelings. So when they do reach out, there will be real emotion there. They are not just checking in casually, they are extending an olive branch, hoping you will give them even the smallest sign that there is still a chance. The page is also associated with intuition and psychic messages, which connects directly to the theme of them going to psychics. What I am getting is that maybe one of the readers they consulted told them to reach out, told them that communication was the key, or gave them some encouragement that made them brave enough to try. Or perhaps they had a dream about you that felt significant, some kind of intuitive hit that made them think the universe was telling them to make contact. The Page of Cups can also represent creative expressions of emotion, so this person might send you something creative. A song that reminds them of you, a poem they wrote, a drawing, something that expresses what they are feeling in a way that words alone cannot. They are trying to touch your heart, to remind you of the emotional connection you shared, to spark some of that old feeling. But here is what you need to consider, Taurus. The page is the youngest and most inexperienced of the court cards. This person is still emotionally immature in some ways. They are learning, they are growing, but they are not fully developed yet. They might have good intentions, they might genuinely care, but they have not yet done the deep work necessary to be a real partner to you. The page makes promises, but does not always have the follow-through of the knight or the emotional mastery of the queen or king. So when this message comes, and I do think it is coming soon based on this card, you will need to decide whether you are interested in dealing with someone who is still in their emotional adolescence or whether you need someone more mature and developed. The Page of Cups also suggests that this person might be seeking emotional healing through you, wanting you to make them feel better, to forgive them, to give them another chance so they can finally feel at peace. But that is not your responsibility. Your job is not to heal them or make them feel better about their past choices. Your job is to protect your own energy and choose what is best for your life moving forward. The seventh card is King of Swords, and when this card came out, I actually felt a sense of relief because this represents the energy you need to embody when that Page of Cups message arrives, Taurus. The King of Swords is all about mental clarity, truth, boundaries, logic over emotion, and making decisions based on reality rather than wishful thinking. This card is telling you that you cannot let nostalgia or old feelings cloud your judgment when this person reaches out. You need to be the King of Swords. Clear, objective, honest, and firm in your boundaries. The King of Swords cuts through illusion with truth. He does not sugarcoat things. He does not make decisions based on what he wishes were true, but on what actually is true. This is the energy you need to channel, Taurus. When they send that tentative message, when they try to emotionally manipulate you with memories and feelings and promises, you need to step back and assess the situation logically. What have their actions shown you? Not their words, their actions. Have they actually changed? Have they done any real work on themselves? Have they demonstrated through consistent behavior that they are different now? Or are they just reaching out because they miss you and they are lonely and they want to feel better? The King of Swords asks these hard questions and demands real answers. This card is also about communication and having difficult conversations with clarity and directness. If you do choose to respond to this person when they reach out, the King of Swords says to be clear about your boundaries, your expectations, and your truth. Do not leave room for misinterpretation. Do not soften your message to spare their feelings. Be honest, be direct, and be firm. Tell them exactly where you stand, what you need, and what you are no longer willing to accept. The King of Swords does not play games or engage in emotional manipulation. He states his truth and stands by it. I am also getting that this card represents your mental strength right now, Taurus. You have done so much internal work, so much thinking and processing and analyzing that you are not easily swayed by emotional pleas anymore. You understand the difference between genuine change and temporary behavior modifications. You recognize love bombing versus authentic effort. You can see through the tactics that might have worked on you in the past. The King of Swords is intellectually superior in the sense that he has studied human nature, he understands patterns, and he is not fooled by surface-level gestures. This is where you are right now. You have wisdom that you did not have before. You have clarity that only comes from experience and reflection. And that clarity is your greatest asset when dealing with this person who is desperately seeking your energy through psychics and readings. The King of Swords might also represent someone in your life right now, perhaps a friend or mentor or even a therapist, who is helping you maintain this clear perspective. Someone who reminds you of your worth, who points out the red flags you might be tempted to ignore, who encourages you to make decisions based on logic rather than emotion. Lean into that energy, whether it is coming from within you or from someone else in your life. The eighth card is Ten of Swords. And I have to be honest, when I first saw this card, I felt the weight of it, because the Ten of Swords represents an ending, a final conclusion, something that is completely finished. This card typically shows a figure with 10 swords in their back, lying face down, and it represents betrayal, pain, rock bottom, but also the fact that things cannot get any worse, which means the only direction is up. In the context of this reading, the Ten of Swords represents the complete death of the old connection between you and this person. What you two had, that version of the relationship, is done. It is over. It has been stabbed, buried, and needs to stay in the past. This is actually a liberating card in many ways because it brings closure and finality. There is no more ambiguity, no more waiting to see what will happen, no more hoping things will magically improve. The Ten of Swords says this chapter is finished, and while that might be painful to accept, it is also necessary for new beginnings to emerge. For this person who is going to psychics trying to figure out if there is still a chance, the Ten of Swords is a harsh reality check. The psychics they are consulting might be reluctant to tell them this truth because it is not what they want to hear and it is not great for repeat business. But the cards do not lie. The connection as it was is over. Now, this does not necessarily mean you will never have any contact with this person again, or that reconciliation is absolutely impossible, but it means the OLD dynamic, the old patterns, the old version of both of you in that relationship that is dead and buried. If anything is going to be built in the future, it would have to be completely new, with both people fundamentally changed. The Ten of Swords also represents the moment when we finally stop fighting reality and accept what is. This person needs to reach that moment of acceptance, that rock bottom realization that they cannot manipulate the situation through spiritual seeking or emotional manipulation. They need to accept that they lost you, that their choices had consequences, and that no amount of readings or rituals is going to change the past. For you, Taurus, the Ten of Swords might represent the pain you have already moved through. Maybe there was a moment when you felt completely defeated by this situation, when you felt like you could not hurt any more than you already did. But that moment is behind you now. You have walked through that valley and come out the other side. The Ten of Swords is often followed by new beginnings, and that is exactly where you are. You are in the aftermath of the storm, the sun is rising again, and you are rebuilding your life in a way that actually serves you. This card can also represent mental anguish and overthinking, which this person is definitely experiencing right now. They are torturing themselves with thoughts of what could have been, what they should have done differently, how things might have turned out if they had made different choices. But that mental torture is their burden to carry, not yours. You have released that energy. You are no longer imprisoned by thoughts of them or the relationship. You have freed your mind and your heart, and that freedom is what they are sensing when they try to connect with your energy. They cannot reach you anymore because you have energetically moved on, even if they refuse to accept it. The ninth card is Queen of Pentacles, and this card brought such beautiful grounded energy after the finality of the Ten of Swords, because the Queen of Pentacles is all about practicality, nurturing yourself, financial stability, physical well-being, and creating a comfortable life. This card is showing me where you are headed, Taurus, and it is beautiful. While this person is lost in emotional chaos and spiritual seeking, you are building something real and tangible in the physical world. The Queen of Pentacles is the ultimate earth energy, which makes perfect sense for your Taurus nature. You are focusing on what you can touch, see, and measure. You are investing in your home, your career, your health, your finances. You are creating a life that feels secure and abundant, and you are doing it all on your own without waiting for someone else to provide it for you. This card tells me you might be getting a promotion or a new job opportunity coming in. You might be redecorating your space or moving to a new home. You might be finally prioritizing your health and fitness in a sustainable way. Whatever it is, you are nesting, you are building, you are creating a foundation that is solid and unshakable. The Queen of Pentacles is also about self-sufficiency and not needing anyone to complete you. You are whole on your own. You are providing for yourself emotionally, financially, and physically. You are your own queen, sitting on your own throne, and you do not need a king who cannot keep up with your energy. This is incredibly attractive energy, Taurus. When you embody the Queen of Pentacles, you become magnetic because you are not needy or desperate. You are abundant and self-contained, and that draws people to you, but from a place of addition rather than completion. The Queen of Pentacles is also a nurturer, but she nurtures herself first, before she pours into others. This is a lesson you have learned through this situation. You cannot give from an empty cup. You cannot sacrifice your own well-being for someone who does not appreciate it. So now you are filling your own cup, nurturing your own needs, and only then considering whether you have extra to give to others. I am also seeing that this card might represent you getting back to nature, finding peace in simple pleasures, enjoying good food, comfortable surroundings, and quality time with people who actually appreciate you. You are done with drama and chaos. You want peace, stability, and genuine connection with people who show up consistently. The Queen of Pentacles might also be telling you that this person sees you as wifey material, as someone who would create a beautiful home and life, and that is part of why they cannot let go. They are realizing they lost someone who would have been an incredible partner, someone stable and nurturing and loyal. But the Queen of Pentacles also knows her worth and does not settle for less than she deserves. You are not going to compromise your standards or your peace just because someone finally realizes what they lost. The 10th and final card is King of Pentacles. And honestly, this is the perfect card to end on because it represents the ultimate achievement in the material world. Success, wealth, stability, security, mastery, and being the boss of your own life. The King of Pentacles is someone who has built an empire through hard work, smart decisions, and unwavering commitment to their goals. This is your future, Taurus. This is where you are heading. While they are obsessively going to psychics trying to figure out your energy, you are literally building a kingdom for yourself. You are becoming the King or Queen of Pentacles, the ruler of your own domain, someone who has achieved financial success, emotional stability, and complete self-mastery. This card tells me that amazing things are coming for you in the material world. Career advancement, financial windfalls, property investments, business opportunities, whatever form it takes, you are about to level up significantly in the physical realm. And here is the beautiful irony. This person is so focused on the spiritual and emotional realm, going to psychics, obsessing over feelings and energy, while you are over here building real, tangible success in the physical world. The King of Pentacles is also about being a provider and protector, and you are learning to provide for and protect yourself. You do not need anyone to save you or take care of you. You have got this handled. You are capable, competent, and completely in control of your own destiny. This card also suggests that when you do eventually partner with someone, it will be someone who matches this King of Pentacles energy, someone who has their life together, someone stable and successful and mature. You are not going to settle for someone who is still figuring out their basic life stuff. You want an equal, someone who brings as much to the table as you do, someone who enhances your kingdom rather than draining your resources. The King of Pentacles, in relation to this person going to psychics, shows the fundamental difference in approach. They are seeking answers in the mystical realm while you are creating results in the real world. They are hoping the universe will magically fix things while you are taking practical action to build the life you want. This is why no psychic can give them the answers they seek. The answers are not in the cards or the stars or the energy readings. The answers are in consistent action, in showing up, in doing the work, in building something real, and that is exactly what you are doing, Taurus. The King of Pentacles is the manifestation of the magician energy we saw earlier. You took all those tools and you built something real with them. You did not just visualize success, you created it. You did not just hope for abundance, you worked for it. You did not just wish for stability, you constructed it brick by brick. This is your power right now, and no amount of their desperate seeking can diminish it. So let me bring this all together for you, Taurus. This reading has shown me very clearly what is happening energetically. You have someone in your orbit who is absolutely desperate to understand your energy, to know if you still care, to figure out if there is a chance for reconciliation. They are going to psychics, maybe multiple ones, trying to get clarity on your feelings in the situation. But the cards are showing that they are stuck in an obsessive cycle that is not serving them. They are drowning in regret, trapped in unhealthy patterns, and trying to use spiritual means to solve problems that require practical change and emotional growth. Meanwhile, you are absolutely thriving. You are in your light, building your empire, focusing on your own growth and success. You are the one with the real power here because you have stopped giving your energy away to situations that do not serve you. You have broken free from toxic dynamics and you are creating a life that is abundant, stable, and genuinely fulfilling. When they do reach out with that tentative message, and I do think they will soon, you need to maintain the mental clarity and firm boundaries of the King of Swords. Do not let nostalgia or their emotional manipulation sway you from your path. The old connection is dead. The Ten of Swords confirmed that. If anything new is going to be built, it would require both people to be completely different. And right now, only one of you has done that work. You are becoming the Queen and King of Pentacles, the ultimate manifestation of success and stability. You are no longer waiting for anyone to complete you or make you happy. You are creating that for yourself. And that is the energy they are desperately trying to understand through psychics. They can feel that you have shifted, that you are no longer energetically available to them, and it is driving them crazy because they finally realize what they lost. Keep building your kingdom, Taurus. Keep focusing on your growth and your goals. Keep protecting your energy and your peace. What is meant for you will never require you to shrink yourself, to doubt yourself, or to accept less than you deserve. You are on the right path, and the universe is absolutely supporting your journey forward.